Los Angeles Police calling all cars. Attention all cars. Broadcast 35. Shooting fireworks inside the city limits is a violation of city ordinance. All cars be on the lookout for such violation and stop it wherever found. That's all. Rosenquist.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we present the 4th of July, 1934, as seen from a police radio car. And we're taking each one of you with us. Your only credentials need be a stout heart and a friendly appreciation of Rio Grande cracked gasoline. So if you have listened to Calling All Cars these many months, and for some unavoidable reason have never come to know the dependability and police car performance cracked gasoline can give you, your trip tonight in a police radio car will show you what police car performance in a gasoline really means. Police cars, such as these we're going to ride in tonight, are subjected to terrific demands for speed, power, and pickup. To get the best out of police cars, the majority of them in the Southwest use one gasoline exclusively, Rio Grande cracked. So tonight, while we race down a boulevard or quietly creep up an alley, remember tomorrow to buy the same gasoline that powered us on our trip tonight, Rio Grande cracked. It is now our pleasure to introduce Chief James E. Davis of the Los Angeles Police Department, with whose sanction and cooperation these broadcasts are brought to you. Chief Davis.
Good evening, friends. When you citizens chance to hear the police broadcast, you no doubt feel, after you've been tuned in for a few minutes, that they are rather dull. All you hear is, see a man, ambulance follow-up, or a disturbance. But behind each of these calls is a story, a slice of factual life, much more dramatic than the wildest dreams of fiction. Every time a radio car receives a call while cruising its district, the officers cannot be sure that death does not await them at their destination. As they streak down the street, siren screaming, there is rich drama in the daily prowling of the radio cars, and there is highly amusing comedy out through the ether to the loudspeakers in the public radio of the police radio cars. In our police dramas of the past, you have seen principally how the detective force functions. Now we will travel with the uniformed men, the men who are the first on the scene of crime, the men who make the preliminary investigation, whose duty requires them to be the arbiter of family disputes, advisors on the care of children, rescuers of dogs and cats, and often judge and jury of many of the amusing and often amazing incidents that occur constantly in this city of ours. The incidents you will hear dramatized on tonight's broadcast are all true, and all occurred on the 4th of July. Incidents of the same nature have occurred today, are occurring at this very minute, just at this very minute. A regiment of officers in a fleet of police cars are cruising the streets of the city, keeping the peace, keeping a vigil which never ends, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, year in and year out.
Los Angeles Police calling car 65 at 290 West San Pablo Street. See a woman regarding someone abusing her. Calling car 75. Go to 290 West San Pablo Street. See a woman regarding... 'Cause 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 'c
Guess this is the place, all right. Well, they seem to quieten down. Did you call the police, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
Oh, what's the trouble?
He was striking me.
Who was striking
My
you?
husband.
Oh, where is he? I don't see anyone.
There he is over on the Davenport.
Passed out. Drunk, eh?
Yes, drunk. That's all he ever is, drunk. He came home again tonight drunk, and I objected to it, and he struck me. I was afraid, so I called the police.
Well, everything's quiet now. What do you want us to do about it?
I want you to take him to jail. That'll teach him a lesson.
We haven't any evidence.
Any evidence? Well, the desire of mine. Isn't that evidence enough?
Yeah, it is swelling a bit. Will you sign a complaint against him, ma'am?
Of course I will.
Well, we'll take him in then. Come on, partner. Let's get him out of here.
Calling car 15, car 15. See a man at the corner of Vermont and Hollywood regarding a shooting. Calling car 15, car 15. Go to the corner of Vermont and Hollywood.
You the guy that sent in that call about a shooting?
Yeah,
Well, where is it?
over there in the park, sounds like. There's been 3 revolver shots. There it goes again.
You know what day this is?
Why, sure, it's Wednesday.
That ain't all. It's the 4th of July, and that shooting you hear over there is firecrackers.
Bob, have another bottle of beer.
Thanks, Tom. Nothing like a cool glass of beer on a hot 4th of July.
Yeah, that's right. Say, Mildred.
Yes, Tom.
Get something on the radio, will you?
Can you get the police calls, Tom?
Sure. Get the police calls, will you, honey?
Oh, they're so dull. Nothing interesting ever happens.
Yeah, but you never can tell when
Calling
you're
all cars. Attention all cars. Description of a fugitive wanted for murder by the sheriff of Salinas County. Jose Lerop, Mexican, 24 years of age. Height 5 feet 6 inches. Weight 160 pounds. Brown eyes, black hair. Subject shot man twice in the back and escaped in an auto, which was found a short distance from the scene of the crime. Watch for this man.
See, what did I tell you? Just some escaped Mexican, that's all there is. That and ambulance follow-ups, whatever they are.
Okay, get Cage Davis.
Calling car 132. Car 132 at Normandy and Slaughter.
Why, that's just some
Wait a minute, listen.
An ambulance follow-up. Unidentified child hit by automobile.
unidentified. Tom, where's Junior?
Why, he was out in the yard a minute ago.
Tom, hurry. Go see if he's all right. Oh, there it is down at the corner. Oh, my God, don't be
Pretty quiet 4th of July, partner.
Yeah, getting more safe and sane every year.
Well, another 2 hours of cruising around, and we can call it a day.
And not any too soon for me. I want to be at home and take the wife and kids down to the beach tonight. There's going to be fireworks at the Venice Pier.
Uh-oh. Looks like trouble down the street.
Yep. There's a guy lying on the sidewalk, all right. I'll just pull in there and see what it's all about.
Hey, here come the cops.
Yeah, I was just going to call you, boys.
What's the trouble here?
Well, this fellow lying on the street here was hit over the head with a bottle.
Anybody call an ambulance?
Yeah, a guy just did.
Well, how did it happen? Anybody see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
What happened?
Well, this guy was getting out of his car, and there was a couple of Mexicans arguing on the sidewalk and flashing knives, and this guy here was looking at him, and one of them asked him what the devil he wanted.
Yeah, then what happened?
Well, he said he didn't want nothing, so this Mexican said, well, we'll find out what you want and what you got. So they hit him on the head, and then they went through his pockets and got in their car and drove away.
Did you get the license number?
Yeah, it was a green Hudson coach, and the license was 64446.
Got that, partner?
Yep, I'm phoning it in right now.
Calling all cars. Attention all cars. A hold-up at 2nd and Figueroa. Victim knocked out by ketchup bottle. Suspects escaped in green Hudson coach. License 64446. Suspects described: number 1, Mexican, 25 years, 5 feet 8 inches, 135 pounds. dark hair and eyes, wearing light suits. Number 2, Mexican, 21 years, 5 feet 7 inches, slender build. Hair was Marcel, no hat, dark suit. Calling car 11, car 11.
Well, that's us.
Cancel call regarding boy shooting fireworks at Temple and Union. Fireworks all shot. That is all.
Well, that's the release. Yeah. Say, did you get the description of that holdup car?
Yeah, right here. License number 64446. Green Husband.
Well, it might come our way, you know. We're next to 12th District.
That's right, partner.
Say, look. Isn't that it? Turning to Fremont Street?
By gosh, that's right.
Let's go.
Calling car 85, car 85 at 290 West San Pablo Street. See the man.
290 West San Pablo, see? That's the address where we picked up that drunk that was speaking his life this morning.
Yeah, that's right. Wonder what's the matter now.
Well, let's get going and find out.
Certainly made good time, boys.
That's what we're supposed to do. What's the trouble?
There's a woman in here tried to commit suicide.
Yeah, what apartment?
110.
Well, I'll be darned. The same place.
My wife's with her now. You want to come in?
Yeah, lead the way.
Here we are.
Well, ma'am, we're back again.
Huh? Oh, I'm so sorry to cause all this trouble, officer. I just don't want to live anymore.
Why, that's no way to talk, ma'am.
Oh, I don't. I can't seem to get along with my husband.
Now your husband's all right. He's sleeping enough down at the jail. He'll be as good as new in the morning.
How do you feel, ma'am?
Oh, all right. A little dizzy.
Smells like gas.
It was. I found her on the floor by the gas heater with a blanket over her head, and the gas was on
Oh,
full.
please, Mr. Zimmerman, don't.
Well, you got to know, Mrs. Queen.
Yes, I suppose they do, but I feel so silly. Honestly, officer, I won't try to do it again.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say so, ma'am. It isn't worth it.
No, I suppose not. Certainly that good-for-nothing husband of mine isn't worth it.
Well, if you're sure you're all right, ma'am, we'll be shoving off.
Oh, yeah, I'll be all right.
My wife and I will look after her until Mr. Queen gets back.
Yes, and when he does get back, I'll give him a piece of my mind. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be embarrassed like this, that good-for-nothing old...
Looks like we'll get another call here sooner or later.
Yeah. Some of them just never get things straightened out somehow.
Calling car 91, car 91 at the Venice Pier. An ambulance follow up.
Trouble, Doctor? Well, the patient is badly burned.
Burned? How'd he get burned? Just made a parachute jump, hasn't he?
Yes, he jumped from the ship and landed all right on the beach. But on the way down, some firecrackers he had in his pockets went off and caught fire to his clothes.
Shooting firecrackers 1,000 feet in the air. I wonder what city ordinance covers that.
Calling car 66, car 66 at Franklin and Holly Drive, a prowler. Calling car 66 at Franklin and Holly Drive.
Right this way, officer. I have got him in the house.
Going, sir. Now, what's the trouble?
Well, I was just coming home, and I heard a noise at the back door. And I run to the house, and when I got to the kitchen, I saw the key was pushed in from the outside, and this fella was leaping to the backyard.
Oh, yeah? Well, what do you got to say about this?
Well, sir, I was looking for a guy by the name of Jefferson.
Looking for a guy by the name of Jefferson. Is that your name, mister?
I should say not. My name is Schultz.
You know anyone by the name of Jefferson around here?
Well, I have owned this house, and I have paid taxes on it for 15 years, and I have never known anyone named Jackson in the whole street.
Yeah, well, doggone, you know, maybe I got the wrong street.
Say, who is this Jefferson?
He's a friend of mine.
Friend of yours. You know him well enough to try to break in his back door?
Well,
Your story sounds fishy to me. What's your name?
My name?
Yes, your name.
Smith.
I'm not surprised. Got any identification?
Well,
Identification to prove that your name is Smith.
Well, no, not exactly.
Yes? But you're coming for a ride in a radio car. And you with your friend, Mr. Jefferson, from the Hollywood station.
Calling car 11, car 11 on Aliso Street near San Pedro. Street 390 on the sidewalk.
Where did you ever play away with him? Another dehorn. Ha! That's the sixth one today.
You can ride in the back with this one, Tim. That last baby was so gassy I can still smell it.
Sure, and I don't understand it. How these bums can stand to put their denatured alcohol into their stomachs.
Well, it's a pleasant way to kill yourself. That's about all you can say for it.
Sure, if that's your idea of pleasure.
There he is, down the block there with the kids around him.
Let's go. All right. Let's go. Okay, kids. Get out of here. Now, come on, Pop. The taxi's here.
Oh, what?
Come on now. You can make it now. Just a minute now. 1, 2, 3, and you're on your feet. Hop, up. Steady now, steady. Now, there you go. A nice soft seat for you. Okay, partner.
Look at that poor old mug. Hasn't shaved for a week, I'll bet. How's he smell, Tim?
Elegant. Can't you tell the way you're sitting up in front?
More or less.
Well, I'm telling you, you're not missing anything. I can tell you that right away. Now, where do you live, Pop?
What's it say?
Very nice sense. Where do you live now? Come on, think hard. Sure, wherever you flop, huh?
I live at Alvarado.
Alvarado Street. Well, who do you live with?
I live with my wife. 4 beautiful children.
Sure enough. I bet your wife be glad to see you like this.
Sure she will. You take me home. You'll stay.
Sure, we'll take you home. Tomorrow. Well, here we are, Pop. Come on. The City Hotel. Nicest place in town. Clean beds and everything.
My goodness. You home already?
Sure. And the sergeant's got a swell cot with your name on it. Now, come on. This is the end of the line.
Calling car 66, car 66 at the corner of Highland and Santa Monica Boulevard. A man sick in a car. This is the third call, boys. Get over there.
What's the matter with that guy? Third call. How's he expected to be taking that prowler into the station and be out on the street at the same time?
When he put us back in service?
After I made out that dispo on the last call?
Oh, he's all bound up then.
Well, if he's in such a hurry, you ought to give him a call to 15 or 65.
Where do you see that guy was?
Corner of Santa Monica and Highland.
Coming up. Here's a guy in that Ford coupe. What's the matter, buddy? Not feel so good?
What?
Been drinking, huh?
No, I haven't been drinking.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Go away and let me alone. Here's what's the matter, Ted. This empty bottle.
What was in it?
Bichloride of mercury.
Trying to commit suicide, eh? We gotta get him to the hospital fast.
Yes?
Are you Mrs. Kramer?
Well, yes. What is it?
Are you married to Harold Kramer?
Well, yes. Only we've been separated for several months. Why? What's the matter?
Your husband swallowed a half bottle of bichloride and mercury tablets an hour ago.
He's dead. Is he?
The doctor said he had a chance when we left the hospital, ma'am. Mr. Kramer is asking for you. Wants to see you.
Oh, Harold's such a fool. Such a weak-willed fool. He can't understand when he's lost. I don't know what good it'll do to go to the hospital. I'm through with him forever.
Doctor thinks it'll be best if you come to the hospital to see him, ma'am.
Oh, very well. I'll get my hat. Oh, he's disgusting. He just did this to get my sympathy, that's all. Oh, pardon me while I answer the phone.
Sure.
Hello? Yes, this is Mrs. Kramer. Yes. Oh, my God.
Well, what's the matter, ma'am? You're pale.
Oh, my God. He's dead.
Calling car 82, car 82 at 1825 West 28th Street. Investigate a woman crawling into the back window. Calling car 82, 82.
Hey there, come out of there. What are you doing back there?
What's that you say?
What are you doing climbing into this window?
And why shouldn't I climb into this window?
Who are you and what's your name?
What's my name? Why, you impudent young blatherskite.
Listen, lady. I got a report someone was trying to break into this house, and I find you climbing in the window. I got to find out about
Well,
this.
there's nothing to find out. I live here, and I lost my key somewhere, so that's all.
Oh, you live here.
Sure, I live here. Fancy place. Who did you think lived here?
Well, that's different. Here, lady, don't you try climbing through there. You're liable to rip your dress. Wait a minute. My partner and I'll fix you up. Hey, Eddie, come on back here and give me a boost through this window.
Calling car 130, car 130 at 529 Prinhurst Avenue. Investigate a shooting. Hurry, boys.
Oh, officer, thank heaven you've come.
What's the trouble?
Oh, it's terrible. It's simply awful. Come right this way. Poor Mrs. Clark. Poor Mr. Clark. Oh, it's awful. Here they are.
Shot, huh? Both dead.
I'm afraid so.
Murdered, huh? Who are these people?
Mr. and Mrs. Clark, they lived here.
And who are you?
My name is Irwin Liner. I board with the Clarks.
When did this happen?
Just a few moments ago.
Who did it?
Well, I don't know. I was out front watering the lawn, and Ed, that's Mr. Clark, was reading the paper on the front porch. All of a sudden, I heard Mrs. Clark call her husband, and he went inside, and then I heard shots. And I ran in, and Mrs. Clark was there on the floor, and Mr. Clark was standing over here. He fell over the table just like
Hey,
this.
don't touch anything in this room.
Why,
You wouldn't like your fingerprints to be found here, would you?
well, no, of course not.
Okay, don't touch a thing until the homicide squad gets here.
Did you see anybody in here when you got here?
Why, yes, I did. One man was running out the door, and the other one was over here. I tried to stop him, but he pushed me away and ran out, too.
Say, how did your hand get cut?
What?
Your hand there, how did it get cut?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know it was cut. Must have happened when I tried to stop the man.
What do these men look like?
Well, one seemed to be a foreigner. He had about a day's growth of beard.
And what about the other one?
The other one? Oh, yes. Well, I couldn't see him very well, but he seemed to be an American. He wore a light suit.
Got a phone here?
Yes, in the next room.
Better report to the homicide squad, Bill.
Yeah.
And have them send out the morgue ambulance.
Okay.
Just a minute. Where are you going, Mr. Liner?
Why, I just want to go in the living room and sit down. It's all too terrible.
Well, don't go too far away, Mr. Liner. You're under arrest for the time being.
Me? Under arrest? What for?
Suspicion of murder.
certainly did me in. I'm ready for bed. How about you, Henry?
Not yet. I thought I'd stay up a while and read the paper and listen to the police calls.
Listen to them police calls. What do you want to do that for?
Oh, you never can tell when you hear something interesting. You know, like the night they were directing the radio cars to search for the ghetto kidnappers.
Well, it's all a waste of time, if you ask me.
Wait a minute. Here comes a call now. Let's see what
Los Angeles Police calling car 9595. At the corner of Pico and La Brea, some boys shooting firecrackers. That is all.
There. What did I tell you? Boys shooting firecrackers. That is all. Yes, and that's about all the police have been doing all day. Chasing little hoodlums with firecrackers. Oh, Henry, come on to bed.
Oh, wait a minute, Mother. Here's another call. Maybe this one's a holdup.
KGPL testing 10:45 p.m.
Such is a typical cross-section of a day's log from the Communications Division of the Police Department. Every day in the year, your police officers are answering similar calls, and by their quickness and alertness, furnishing the often-need oil to make the machinery of metropolitan life run smoothly. I have at times in the past told you citizens how you can assist your police officers in the speedy performance of their duties. Tonight, I would like to ask your assistance in behalf of the radio police. Many of your own radios, which are capable of tuning in on the police broadcast, and many of you are often tempted, when a call is broadcast in your neighborhood, to get in your cars and rush to the scene of the disturbance. This is a natural thing to do, but it often hampers the work of the policeman. You can be of the greatest assistance if you refrain from doing this. The radio police can much more successfully complete their duties if they are not hampered by crowds of curious citizens. And I feel sure that now that you, my friends, understand the many demands placed upon these men during the completion of a day's duty, you will want to cooperate with them to the fullest. And you can do this by staying away from the scene of any call you may hear over the police radio.
Thank you, Chief Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Chief Davis has given you an intimate picture of a day in the life of a police combat car. You have looked behind the scenes and found out just what happens in a great city, just what the dangers are that confront its citizens, and how these dangers are met and coped with by brave men, skillful direction, and modern equipment powered with good gasoline. The city of Los Angeles uses Rio Grande cracked gasoline exclusively for police and fire equipment. Maricopa County, Santa Barbara, San Diego, Orange, and many other cities and counties in the Southwest use Rio Grande cracked gasoline, the same powerful, dependable motor fuel that you can use in your own car. Rio Grande has prepared for your information a complete list of forthcoming cases to be broadcast on Calling All Cars. Drive into your neighborhood Rio Grande service station tomorrow and ask for the Rio Grande radio log. It's free. In response to many requests, we are pleased tonight to give you the cast of characters. It may be interesting to know that there were 34 characters in this drama, played by 12 people as follows: Mary Tuthill, Jeanette Nolan, Martha Wentworth, Ralph Scott, Joe Franz, Hanley Stafford, Sam Pierce, Charlie Lung, Richard LeGrand, Robert Frazier, Fred Harrington, and Lindsay McHarry.
Please calling all cars, attention all cars. Cancellation broadcast 35. That's all. Rosenquist.
Calling All Cars is written and produced by William N. Robson. This is Frederick Lindsley saying good night for the Rio Grande Oil Company.